After surviving COVID-19, millions were left asking the same question: what really happens to our lungs? The internet is full of scary stories. Some say your lungs are permanently scarred. Others point fingers at the vaccines. But what's the actual truth, beyond the fear and the headlines? Today, we're going to separate fact from fiction and uncover the hidden truths about fibrosis after COVID-19. So, first things first. What exactly is fibrosis? Imagine your body getting a cut. It heals by creating a scar. Fibrosis is like that, but on the inside. It's a process where scar tissue, mostly made of a protein called collagen, starts to replace healthy, functioning cells in your organs. This can happen in your lungs, liver, heart, or kidneys. When an organ becomes scarred, it gets stiff and less flexible. It simply can't do its job as well as it used to. Think of a soft, stretchy sponge turning into a hard, brittle one. That's essentially what fibrosis does to your tissues. You might have heard of it in other contexts, like liver cirrhosis. That's a form of fibrosis. When it happens in the lungs, it's called pulmonary fibrosis. The key takeaway is this: fibrosis is caused by a combination of chronic inflammation and an overproduction of collagen. But why does this happen? Normally, when your body is injured or fights off an infection, your immune system kicks in, causing inflammation. As part of the healing process, it lays down collagen to repair the damage. This is a good thing. It's how we heal. The problem starts when this healing process goes into overdrive and never gets the signal to stop. The inflammation continues, and the body keeps piling on more and more collagen, creating thick scar tissue where healthy tissue should be. This isn't just a random event. Several things can trigger this overreaction. Severe infections, like a bad case of pneumonia, are a major cause. Long-term exposure to toxins like silica dust or asbestos can also do it. Lifestyle choices play a role, too. Smoking is a well-known risk factor for lung fibrosis. And for some people, it can be linked to autoimmune diseases, where the body mistakenly attacks itself or even their genetic makeup. Now, let's connect this to COVID-19. How does a viral infection lead to potential lung scarring? When the SARS-CoV-2 virus attacks the lungs, it can cause severe inflammation and damage to the tiny air sacs where oxygen exchange happens. This condition is what we know as severe COVID-19 pneumonia. In response to this widespread damage, the body launches a massive healing effort. For some patients, especially those who were hospitalized or on a ventilator, this healing process can lead to the formation of scar tissue in the lungs. This is what doctors refer to as post-COVID pulmonary fibrosis. We've seen imaging from CT scans showing these changes. Areas of the lung that look hazy or scarred even months after the initial infection. Studies have been looking into this, and the numbers are significant. Some research suggests that up to 30% of patients who had a severe COVID-19 infection showed some signs of lung scarring long after they recovered. This is the real, documented risk of the infection itself. The virus can directly lead to a fibrotic response in the lungs. Okay, so we've established the link between the COVID-19 infection and fibrosis. But what about the vaccines? This has been a huge source of confusion and misinformation online. You may have seen social media posts or headlines claiming that COVID-19 vaccines can cause fibrosis. So, let's calmly and carefully look at the scientific evidence. It is true that there have been a handful of case reports, and I mean a very small number out of billions of doses administered, where individuals developed conditions that involve inflammation or fibrosis after vaccination. These are extremely rare events, and a direct causal link is often difficult to prove. Now, let's compare that to the large-scale data. Multiple studies have measured biomarkers for fibrosis. These are substances in the blood that indicate a fibrotic process might be happening. What did they find? People who were vaccinated consistently had lower levels of these biomarkers compared to those who were unvaccinated and got infected. The science is incredibly clear on this. The risk of developing fibrosis from a severe COVID-19 infection is far, far greater than any theoretical risk from the vaccine. In fact, by preventing severe disease and hospitalization, vaccines actively reduce your chances of suffering the kind of lung injury that leads to fibrosis. Fewer hospital stays mean less lung damage, period. Knowing all this, you're probably wondering what you can do to protect your lungs and your overall health. The good news is that there are practical, empowering steps you can take. The most obvious one is to avoid smoking and vaping, as they directly damage lung tissue and increase inflammation. Regular physical activity is fantastic for improving your lung capacity and efficiency. You don't have to run a marathon. Even brisk walking helps. Your diet also matters. Eating foods rich in antioxidants, like berries, leafy greens, and nuts, can help your body fight inflammation. If you've had COVID-19, it's wise to monitor your symptoms. If you experience persistent shortness of breath, a lingering cough, or fatigue, don't just brush it off. It's crucial to get a medical checkup to make sure everything is healing properly. Early detection and management are key. In the end, navigating the world of health information can feel overwhelming. But the best protection isn't fear or misinformation, it's knowledge. By understanding how your body works and what the real risks are, you can make informed decisions for your health. Your body is resilient, and with the right care, it can do amazing things. Keep learning, keep breathing, and take good care of the incredible body that carries you through life. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this explanation helpful and want more health topics explained with real facts instead of myths, please hit that subscribe button. And if you care about spreading accurate information, give this video a like and share it with someone who might need to see it. Stay safe and be well.